being a great mom. Happy Mother's Day. I know it's so wonderful to have you and Dad with us today at church and for your support today. You have a lot. Mom was so kind to everybody today. She went to speak to everybody. Everybody wants to listen to her wherever she goes. People gather around her, and she just has such a light of the gospel. And I'm so grateful for her and her love. And for Dad.
Go. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. My story about Mom is that she would always say kind things about people, and she would always remind me of that song, Let Us Oft Speak Kind Words to Each Other. So I then proceeded, when the children were little, to always sing that when they weren't saying nice things until they got sick and tired of hearing it and rebelled. But happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I think back of all the times coming home from school and you were there for us and to listen to us and let us talk. Who needed and how we had dinner together at the dinner table, and we always had you. We were always there with us, and we could talk to you, and that you listened to us and loved us for everything that we're going through, and support and the love that you've always given to me. And I appreciate it so much. And I say these things. Oh, I love you.
One of the hardest things for me is carrying the burden of being her favorite son.
But you know, this is about Mom, not you.
Well, it's been tough, but I have to say, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I love you very, very much. And you know, most of my experiences are very similar to everyone else's. Kind words, love, a smile. I think sacrifice is definitely a word to describe Mom. Willing to sacrifice everything she had to help her children be successful in life. And I'm just grateful for that. And I'm grateful for your tireless example of being good and being righteous. And for Dad, I think Jim said it very well, for Dad, for allowing Mom to be Mom. I mean, how many of us in this world have a father that allows his wife to be a true mother and stay home and be a stay-at-home mom? And that has meant so much to us and so much to me. And it's something I want for my wife and the rest of my children to have that experience. And I'm so grateful for that example. And so, happy Mother's Day. I love you.
I guess two things come to my mind when I think of Happy Mother's Day for you. And I would say the first was when I first met you and I watched how you were with your husband. I secretly took John aside and I said, if you think I'm ever going to wait on you like your mother waits on your father, it ain't going to happen. I really told him that. And here I am 27 years later waiting on him, just like you did. So I did become like you that way. And somebody said to me the other day, they were telling me about their family and how they don't know and gets along and blah, blah. And I said that the one thing that I've always been so grateful for is you've never come to me and told me something negative about anyone else in the family. And I know that families that have trouble, there's usually a matriarch or somebody that's stirring the pot, and you've never done that. I mean, maybe you're talking about me to them, but you've never talked to me about anyone else. So I'm very grateful for that I think you've always said such nice things about everybody, and I think that's why the family continues to love each other and get along like they do. So happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Great day being with you today. And I always think about not always, but I remember growing up how Mom always says, if I wasn't a member of the church, I'd be a nun. And well, you said that once or twice, but the reason she said that, she always thought that she wanted to serve people, and and that's just something she always has done throughout her life, is service, and we're all better for that. And so I love you, Mom, and happy Mother's Day.
Janice.
Happy Mother's Day. My big thing was my kids. We missed you terribly around the corner. My kids lived over there, and they would always come home with pockets full of Tootsie Rolls. And she was always loving to the boys, and that's exactly what they needed, and she was always there for them. And even today, every Sunday, we always look forward to sitting with them and just always seeing their bright, shining faces, and we love them very much.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. We love you. If somebody asked me about my mom, what would I say? I would say she is awesome. Yeah. And that she always has a smile. She's a beautiful lady. And always appreciated her being there for us as we grew up. And thank Dad for allowing her to be there for us when we always got home from school. And
I love you too.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. It is hard to think of something to say that somebody hasn't said. So what Rich said, what I was going to say. Mom's very, very good at being kind about people, and she always likes to try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's one thing that she's taught me, and I try to be good at that. Also, she is really good to the kids. She's like the kind of grandma that every grandchild should have, and that's the kind of grandma I want to be someday too. So I watch her a lot because my kids love her so much. I want to be that kind of a grandma. So I love you.
Action.
Happy Mother's Day, Grandma. Just some things that like my dad would always tell me that you would say would be like, a job worth doing is worth doing right, and if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. And it's just those are quotes that I always remember like every day of my life, and they're really helpful, and you just have so much love for all of us, and so grateful to have you as a grandma. And I love you.
Happy Mother's Day, Grandma. Two things stick out to me. One's kind of indirect. I learned it from my dad, but he learned it all from you. Is how to clean.
I knew that was
It really actually paid off a lot in like school and stuff. We'd have like cleaning checks, and I'd always do it right, and I always knew when things were clean, and which was really helpful. And the other is when I got home from school, I started talking to you, and you said I don't get a chance to talk to you because whenever I do, someone always comes up and talks to you, but actually it's someone's talking to you because everyone loves to listen to you, Grandma. You're so great to talk to, and I love you.
Oh, thank you, Cameron. I love you.
Okay, first, Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, I remember when we used to go over to your old house and like play like Legos and have a lot of fun and look at the Where's Waldo books. That was always a joy. And then like, yeah, stuffing our pockets with Tootsie Rolls and walking home. Especially Cameron over here. Those are his favorite, still are. And it's also fun to always see you at church and everything. How we're in the same ward, and it's just like such a blessing to have a big part of our family in the same ward all together. But now that Ryan and Missy left, but yes, yeah, I'm so thankful to have you as a grandmother. Yeah, I love you.
One, go.
Hey Grandma, happy Mother's Day. It's really cool having you as my grandma, and you've done lots of nice things for me, and there's not a word that can describe everything that you've done for me. It's like generous but more. And you're just really cool, and I love you a lot.
One.
Grandma, happy Mother's Day. I love you very much. I've had many fun moments with you. Like all those days when we came over to your house to invade the refrigerator and eat all those popsicles. Those were always refreshing during a hot summer day. And just the love and care that you've shown to me. You're such a great grandmother. Thank you. I love you.
Three, go. Oh.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom and Nana. I love you very much. I can't believe you are the best mom in the whole entire world. You are so helpful and grateful. I'm so happy that you're my mom. And I'm so happy that you adopted me. Hi, Nana, I love you, and you're the best Nana I could ever have. And I can't get it any better. Love you.
Why'd you do walk-up?
Because I didn't have to work that day, and I had dentist appointment. And Jim and John were so upset about that they saved up their money and bought me my first pair of Nikes. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Aww, that's nice.
Like I said, it's a burden that we carry.
And then I could tell something wonderful about Olive, and it comes to the
right arm. I mean, she was so patient and so loving to all of you guys. And she thought she was going to have nothing but boys around her all her life. Now she's got 3 grandsons.
The curse continues.
So blessed.
So blessed.
But she was always so loving and so kind and so helpful. And Lisa was the same way. She was just wonderful. And Alan just adored Lisa. He would crawl up on her lap just as much as he'd crawl up on mine. And she was so there for him when he was on his mission. It was so wonderful. And I just love all of you so much. Alan and Jamie have been such a joy to me. They always include us in so many things. I just love you like you were my own flesh and blood. And I just feel so blessed to have all of you. And it's so wonderful to be in a ward with Janice and watch her with the children. She's so loving to me and so patient. And I always tell everyone what a wonderful mother Janice is. And I just feel so blessed to have these wonderful grandchildren that you've all raised. I love you. I love you with all my heart. And I'm so grateful to have Rich as a son-in-law. He's been so good and so generous with us and done so many nice things and allowed Jody to do so many nice things for us. He wrote me the sweetest Mother's Day poem. Was it 4 years ago, Rich?
I think so.
And one of the things that it just really touched my heart when he says that I always listen. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's a beautiful poem. And it was so fun to have Michael come and stay with us when they were all up in Brentwood. It was so wonderful. And then it's so fun to see Cameron, how he's grown up, and now he's going to go out and surf. Thank you. Oh. You're like an angel. It was so wonderful to have Skylar come home, and we were all there, and what a joy that was. And how fun it's always been to have Isaac as our boy, and now he's grown out of grandma, and now he's into grandpa. But I love you all with all my heart, and I thank you for all you've done for Papa and I. You've just brought us so much joy. I love every one of you.
Happy Mother's Day, honey. I think, like they say, if there's anything lovely or a good report, it would be this woman. She's been a delight, a helpmate, and been there for all of us. The thing that she wanted out of life was to be a mother. And I think that she has filled this role. And look at what she's produced. I would choke up. I've been so lucky to have her. She's really been there for me through good times and bad. And I do love her.